What's going on, guys? Zoc here, and today I've got an easy to follow guide on Acheron's best relic set and what kind of substats you guys should be looking for when you guys roll on your relics, and just kind of what stuff you should be farming for to prepare for Acheron if you guys are summoning for her when 2.1 comes out. So yeah, I'm just going to give you an easy to follow guide on what to be looking for her relics. So yeah, guys. So if you guys don't already know, this is going to be Acheron's best relic set right here. It is the Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters. And the reason we want to use this set right here is from the information we already know about Acheron's kit and what she kind of does is she inflicts debuffs on her enemies as soon as she attacks them with her basic attack as well as her skill. And this set right here increases the damage dealt to enemies with a debuff by 12%. So already you're getting a 12% damage increase from just doing a 2-piece. And then for the 4-piece, it increases the crit rate by 4%, which is great for her because obviously she's a damaging unit, a DPS unit. And she also does 8 or 12% increased damage to enemies with at least 2 to 3 debuffs after the wearer inflicts a debuff on enemy targets. And then on top of that, at the end right there, it says that the aforementioned effects increase by 100%, lasting for 1 turn. So yeah, guys, this is going to be Acheron's best set by far compared to any other set that you guys could be grinding for. And now we're going to look at what kind of substats you guys should be looking for when you start grinding this relic set here. And another thing I'll mention is that the 4% increase to your crit rate that you get from this set is actually much more important than you might think. So later on in the video, I'll explain why the crit rate is actually very, very important, and it actually relates to her other relic set, the 2-piece for the planar sphere and the link rope. So yeah. Now we'll talk about what kind of main stats you guys should be looking for when you guys are farming these relics, and also what kind of substats you guys should be looking for when you're farming these relics as well. So yeah, we're gonna go down the list here. So I'll go ahead and start off with the headpiece, and then we'll go into the body piece, the gloves there, and then the boots. So first things first, we'll start off with the headpiece. So the main stat, the only stat that you could actually get from a headpiece is just flat HP bonus. So yeah, nothing really you could do there. That's the only thing you can get from that. But the substats you guys should be looking for the headpiece is crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and speed. And it's in that order. So I would prioritize crit rate and crit damage the most, and then attack percent and speed a little bit less, unless you're trying to make a really fast Acheron to try to get as many turns as possible. But that's up to you guys if you guys want to speed tune and all that. But generally, and you guys will see for the rest of these relics here, that you're going to be wanting a good crit rate, good crit damage. If you can also get attack percentage, that's great too. And then of course speed, and maybe even some break effect for some other pieces here that we'll check out. But yeah. So now we got the body piece here, and this one's a little bit different just because for the main stats, you can't just get HP. There's a bunch of stuff you can get, but the ones you really want to get for the main stat are, of course, crit rate and crit damage. You want to be critting as much as you can. You want to be doing as much crit damage as you can. You can also get attack percentage as a main stat, but I prioritize trying to get that crit rate or crit damage main stat. But in terms of what the substats are, same thing as going to be the rest of most of these relic pieces. It's the crit rate, crit damage you guys really want to go for, and then of course attack percentage is also good, and then speed. So next up we got the arm piece or the gloves here, and for the main stat for that, it can only be attack, which is actually pretty good because she is a attacking unit, so that's fine, but it's the only thing that you can get from that main stat there. And then for the substats, same thing as before. You want that crit rate, crit damage, and then attack percentage and speed as well. And last but not least, we have the boots here. And the boots are actually pretty interesting because there are 3 things that are pretty good for that main stat right there. And of course, it is attack, speed, and break effect. And this is pretty interesting because attack is obviously very good. You're just going to get stronger with that. Speed is pretty good too, because if you are speed tuning and you want to have a fast Acheron, or you're just speed tuning to get it acclimated with the rest of your team, that could also be very good. And then break effect is actually very good too, because if you do run into content that is weak to lightning, as she is a lightning character, break effect could be very valuable in that situation. So yeah. And then in terms of the substats here, it's going to be the same thing for the rest of the substats. It's going to be crit rate, crit damage, and attack percentage and speed that you should be prioritizing in these relics. So I wish you guys good luck on your relic rolls, as always. And next we're going to get into the planar sphere and link rope, and exactly what relic set you should be farming in Simulated Universe to get the best relic set for her in that category. So this right here is going to be Acheron's best relic set that you guys can get from farming Simulated Universe. And I believe it's Simulated Universe number 6. That's the one that you guys can get this relic set from. But shout out Star Rail Station for this image right here. And what this relic does right here, if you guys don't already know, the name of it is Inner Salsodo. And what it does is it increases the wearer's crit rate by 8%. And when the wearer's crit rate reaches 50% or higher, the wearer's ultimate and follow-up attack damage increases by 15%. So yeah, guys, this is going to be really, really good because not only does it increase your crit rate, as well as the main relic set that I just explained before increases it by 4%. So you're going to actually have a total of 12% increased crit rate from just wearing this set right here, as well as the main relic set. And so yeah, you're already at 12% crit rate. And then if you happen to get 50% crit rate, then your ultimate attack damage will be increased by 15%. And this is really, really important because Acheron's main ability and her main way of damaging the enemy targets is actually through her ultimate. So yeah, she does the most damage with her ultimate, and from wearing this set right here, you'll do an extra 15% damage on that ultimate, so that is very, very good. And the way you get the crit rate is from, hopefully you guys on your relics will roll really, really good, and you just want a lot of crit rate, at least 50%, so you can get this extra 15% damage. And so yeah. And in terms of what you guys should be hoping for that main stat from these two pieces right here is something like attack percentage, lightning damage boost because she is a lightning character. If you do happen to get crit damage or crit rate, that's great as well. I'm not sure if you can get crit damage or crit rate from this two-piece set, but if you do happen to get that, it's very, very good as well. But yeah, trying to get a lightning damage boost, attack percentage, and stuff like that. And if all goes well, then you guys should have a really, really strong Acheron for your account. So I hope your guys' rolls on your relics go really well, and I hope it doesn't take too long for you guys to farm the caverns, as it always is, I feel like, when I grind them. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you learn what kind of relics you guys should be grinding for in the caverns, and what kind of substats and main stats you guys should be getting on the 4-piece as well as the 2-piece you guys get from the Simulated Universe. And all in all, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely consider liking and subscribing, as it helps my channel a lot. I'm new to YouTube, and I'm trying to make the best content I can for you guys, and trying to make some easy to follow content and some easy guides so you guys can have an easier experience playing Honkai Star Rail. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and Zoc out.